my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Whoever my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Whoever my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Whoever my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Whoever my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Whoever my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Whoever my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's in purple now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's in purple now.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Saturday, man. Y'all smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls, and y'all know we got Music Monday, so I will be live again on Monday with another Music Monday, but also keep in mind next week is the holidays, so if I'm not mistaken, and I'll double check my calendar, the 25th, which is technically Christmas, it is going to be on a Wednesday, which is normally the day that I go live on. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, that's falling on a Wednesday. Checking my calendar, so pretty much I'll be live Monday, but then Wednesday I won't go live, man. Everybody spend it with your families, man. It's been a very long year, and we're getting towards that nitty gritty. Because if you think about, pretty much after Christmas comes New Year's, and then we right back starting all over at the beginning of the year, man. So pretty much. Yeah, so if I don't talk to you guys on Monday, which I should be live on Monday, but for the people who do watch Music Monday versus people who watches the actual Sold Out Lives, early Merry Christmas. And then after that next live, I want to do a top 5 sneakers of 2024. Y'all know it's pretty much getting around that time, so we just had the latest drop, or the last drop. I feel like that pretty much anybody's really low-key checking for. We do have the Wizard of Oz is coming, Monday or Tuesday? I have to double check, but we just had the Travis Scott's drop today, so we pretty much know how that game was going to go. Salutes to the people that did catch a W. I normally would have had a survey up, but I didn't do a survey on this one, so tonight's topic, man, because I'm only going to be on the joint for like an hour. So hopefully, guys, you let me know if visual and audio is okay. It says Nike plans to fix a relationship with brands. Pretty much, like, when I say brands, they're talking like what am I looking for? They're talking about Foot Locker, and they're talking about JD Sports and other brands. So I remember at one point we were reporting where Nike said they were going to do their own store and do all their own products and go direct to consumer. Looks like that is being backtracked in so many words, and pretty much we got a new plan now that we got a new Nike CEO in there, which is Elliott Hill. All this, ironically, it'd be surprising me when I could spit this off the top of my head. And also, we caught an officer wearing a pair of off-white sneakers at the Eloni pickup. The guy who kind of did the the incident kind of went down in New York, and I don't want to speak too much on that part of it, but it's the guy Luigi, right? The guy who apparently, allegedly, and this is all alleged and opinionated base, is the one who shot that CEO from Brian Thompson earlier this month. The guy who's pretty much of the healthcare price, right? Okay, so pretty much I'm very curious how that story is gonna play out. And yeah, normally I would cut to a survey or introduce Dunks on this one, but I think Dunks knows how to get in contact with me and has a link if he wants to join the live. But other than that, man, that's gonna be the main two topics, and then we'll talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases, and we'll get on up out of this thing, man. So y'all smash that like button as y'all come in and out. Let me see who we got in the chat, and then we'll just go ahead and get started. So it looks like we have Long Beach Joe Jets in the building. What up, homie? It says salutes and respect to Polo in the chat. Let's go. Let's talk. Let's talk that talk on Saturday. Cool, man. Y'all know how we do, man. And pretty much this is just gonna be a chill stream. Ain't no pressure. We just gonna talk a little bit of sneaker talk, what's coming up, and get ready to prepare for the new year, man. I've been in grind mode pretty much. I feel like these last 2 weeks. I feel like all of December. I feel like this one of those, like, I had to work really, really hard to get content out. But we got through it, and we're going to continue to push through it. Let's see. Long Beach Joe just says, Polo, I'm great, man. That's what's up. Glad to hear you're good. He says, the track is a banger. Appreciate that. Happy holidays to Polo in the chat. And he says, the Oz Dunk come out on Monday. Okay, cool. Thank you for confirming. So pretty much the Wizard of Oz come out on Monday. So I'm going to have a dripper skip coming tomorrow. I'm going to try to drop it in the morning. If I don't, I'm going to drop it in the evening. Let's see where we at real quick. It says video and audio is good. Appreciate that, sir, for confirming. It says what? Nike is backtracking. Reality hits. Reality is your fact. That's a fact, bro. Thing is, they sell those shoes, to the best of my knowledge, right? Foot Locker and JD Sports get them at a wholesale price. Now, what that is, I don't know for sure. I've got a number in my head, but I don't want to throw it out there. But that's automatically a win for Nike, considering that even if, and I think me and Dunks one time during the live did like a quick little Google search of how much they spend to make a shoe, which could be anywhere from 30 to 50 bucks, depending on what it is. But even still, if they're selling it to the direct consumer for like $100, and then the direct consumer can turn around and sell it for like $200, I mean, that's still like a win-win for everybody. You know, Nike's doubling back their money, and looks like Foot Locker and them is gonna double back their money, which makes sense on paper. That's just kind of how it works. Let's see. He says, keep it going, keep the content coming. Most definitely, man. I'm in grind mode. I'm just trying to do slow and steady wins the pace as well. I don't want to get burnt out. Because if anybody knows, when you do everything all on your own, as far as like setting up this, coming up with the topics, some stuff fall in my lap, some stuff don't. You got to create the thumbnails. You got to pretty much be ready. You know, like, honestly, the days that I'm going to go live, I try to just literally just stick to like texting. I don't want to be on the phone or talking too much. I like to relax my voice. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of keep it going. Even though I don't sing or rap, but you know what I'm saying? Talking for like an hour straight can be somewhat time consuming. You know what I'm saying? Not, I ain't gonna say time consuming, but it can put more like strain on your vocal cords. I was gonna use another word, but that would have been a major pause. But yeah, I'm all right, man. We good. I'm definitely in grind mode. Let's go ahead and get on to first night's topic. We're gonna talk Nike and them, and then we'll close out with the off-white. I was gonna mention Jalen Hurts, pretty much new deal, but I think I may hold that off for like another day or something like that, because I feel like more information is coming in on that. But I think he's got a deal for life, but we'll see how it goes. Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. But you know what I was about to say. I said vocal cords, but any other word that I would have used to describe this area, it would have had to been a pause. You know that. Come on now. Let me get my screen up to par real quick and make sure we're ready. Let me make sure we're good. I think I'm going to start with the Nike CEO admits that the brands have been competing with its partners, pledges to fix relationships with Foot Locker, JD Sports, and more. So let me share my screen here. Give me like 2 seconds. Splatter, boom. We should have the screen here. Here we are. So again, like you just said, Long Beach, pretty much they're backtracking. And Could this be because we got a new CEO in there? But also keep in mind that the previous CEO, I feel like he had a different challenge compared to this CEO, right? This CEO needs to get the hype back, get the demand back. Let's just keep it 100, which I just found out, which I'm surprised too. Those Air Jordan 12 blueberries they dropped, they actually sold out. But I'm kind of not surprised because I think that's got a certain area that 12's hit in. But I say all that to say, majority of stuff really don't sell out instantly. Meaning, if you put in a little bit of footwork or if you're just getting there on time, usually you can buy a cop unless you're just one of those people who have the harder sizes. Which the harder sizes to me is like the bigger size. Like if you got a 13, 15, 16, you know what I'm saying? Yes, you're probably going to have a problem copping sneakers, Let's see, Long Beach says, that man invaded the pause. I had no choice, man. I knew what it was going how like just going off natural thought and like I don't write none of this down, so you could easily have a lot of pause moments, man. He says, bruh, those blueberries moved, but they were pretty limited. It wasn't a major GR like most thought. See, that's what I thought. I thought it was going to be a major GR, but see, if it's limited like that, it makes sense why it sold out. But a lot of people was coming for me in the comment section on my video because I thought like, yo, the French blues wasn't even that hard to cop back in the day. They was a little bit of a work, and I've also seen people saying in the comment section where it's like us OG heads, because I think I'm pretty much headed. I'm not OG all the way, but I'm almost there. But I feel like they look at us where it's like, of course y'all gonna say OG all day versus like the new generation. They say, okay, we prefer the blueberries. It stands out a little bit more. It's more vibrant. The French blues got an end, like the inside that sock liner is white versus these blueberries. It's not as black. I mean, it's like still kind of like a play on the same sneaker if you ask me. But yeah, you got a point, Long Beach. Let me get through this article real quick because, like I said, we're going to move through this one kind of quickly, and then we'll talk upcoming releases toward the end of the live. But it says, Nike's new CEO admits that the brands have been competing with its partners, pledges to fix relationships with Foot Locker, JD Sports, and more. Elliott Hill admitted some partners feel Nike has turned its back on them. And this is from December 19th, right? Okay, so pretty much, a couple days ago. Looks like we have SB in the building. Says the blueberries will be dropped in waves, I believe. They are trying to mess people's minds by scared if they're sold out. Yeah, they may go back to that old tactic where and I've used this for quite some time, and I say fake sellout where it gets you in your brain. It's like, oh man, I missed out. Let me see if I can go get it on the resale market, or if they drop them again, I'm a cop. You know what I'm saying? Kind of one of those things. So sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. I still feel like it depends on the shoe. To me, the blueberries are nice, but something that I know for a fact I don't really need in the collection. You know what I'm saying? But I can see why you guys think that, and I can agree to a certain extent. Let me hit this article real quick. It says, in his first earnings calls at Nike's chief executive officer, Elliott Hill pledged his unwavering commitment to the company's retailer partners. Hill, who replaced John Donahoe, a CEO in October, said in a call with analysts on Thursday, the re-earning the trust of the company's wholesale partners is a top priority to help regain business as a whole. Nike's decision to exit several wholesale doors in 2021 has kept the company behind competitors that have achieved controlled distribution in crucial channels like run specialty. Now Hill must build a recent efforts to bolster wholesales and re-engage key partners. So pretty much one of the people they're pretty much obviously talking about here is got to be Foot Locker. JD Sports, I feel like they just kind of, I want to say they acquired so many more stores. This is a win for them too, and we know that. It says Hill acknowledged that this strong focus on Nike's digital sales over the last few years has led the brand to compete with its own retail partners for consumer demand, which this is true because obviously he wasn't in position back then to make that call. And John Donahoe, if that's the guy who made that call, who knows? But at the time, in 2021, what was going on? Because if you think about 2020, it all started there, if you ask me. And then 2019, when 2020 came around and, things shut down, I'm not going to say why because YouTube be tripping, but you know why unless you've been living under a rock. Things shut down. People have more time on their hands. People literally were like finding other hobbies to do or stuff that they didn't have time to do. Now they made time for it. And then everybody, let's just keep it 100, became a reseller. And then people were botting the apps and the websites like it's nobody's business and gatekeeping. And those slowly like became like over with. All Nike had to do was produce more product and they did that. So it's little things like that, but then it kind of hurt them too. Something they probably didn't want to do because, to be honest, up until 2020, I used to have no major problems copying majority of the shoes I want. Now, with the exception of like maybe like a super hype sneaker, but for the most part, if I wanted it, I just pulled up and copped the joint. You know what I'm saying? But though it was getting, and I will say this, it did get harder each and every year, but we had to hit a ceiling somewhere, so to speak. SB says, Nike became cocky during the fake lockdown numbers 2020 and 2022. I'll say from 2020 all the way to the beginning of 2022. I think 2022 is when people have had enough because towards the summer of 2022, stuff started to sit again and stuff became readily available. I ain't gonna say they became cocky. Is that they didn't know necessarily, in my opinion, right? And this is all alleged and opinionated base. Nike them didn't know what they really needed to do to bat against the bots and making sure that their product gets into the customers who want them for retail. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. The resellers, they're getting the same amount of money, but you're getting a lot of backlash and complaints saying we can't buy the sneakers and we got to go here. And then I know Nike had to see, and I know you had to see from 2020 to like early 2022, how many resale stores do you think actually opened across the board? And I'm talking across the country. Like everybody seemed like they were opening up a new resale store to sell sneakers. You know what I'm saying? So like, to me, that I'm glad that fad of sneaker collecting is gone. Yes, there should be places to cop shoes for resale, but I mean, a lot of these people were trying to treat like they were like some high-end designer store or something. You know what I'm saying? That's just what the vibe that came off to me. Let's see, where we at real quick. Long Beach says, you also must remember that during 2020, a lot of people had STEMI money. Yep, the stimulus. Yep, we had the stimulus. And there was 3 different checks that came out. It was 3 different checks that came out. So a lot of people, and if you had a family and that you had extra money. It says when that money dried up, the sales dropped crazy. You may be onto something. Because when people did have that STEMI, they were spending it. And there was other little things too that people were doing where you can file for, like, if you had a business, you could file like for a certain like loan approval, and a lot of people got in trouble behind that one. And I'm just gonna leave that one alone. But yeah, let's see. SB says, this is the reason why Amazon old CEO stepped down. He knew they would never make those numbers ever again. Maybe so. It says, Long Beach says, I don't think Nike cares about fighting bots. They could easily do pre-orders and shut that down. This is true. We've said that time and time again. Do pre-orders. But it still could be a pain because think about it. How many people don't really know their size? How many people are going to try to want to return the stuff back? I mean, it's still going to be a gift and a curse for Nike. You know what I'm saying? Yes, their stuff is going to sell, but there's going to be probably some headaches and stuff that we don't even think about because like maybe you and I, right? Keep in mind, like, I know my shoe size. You see, when I pull up, I'm like, boom, let me get a size 10. I don't care what model it is. It pretty much works for me. Now, there are some shoes where I probably should get 10 and a half, but even that 10, I can still make it work and stretch it out and wear it out over time and make it, but a lot of people, some shoes wear different sizes, you got to take an accommodation for that. But at the same time, if you call yourself in the game, you got to learn your sizes, And then some shoes where if it's a collab, it do kind of fit different. A lot of things go into factor whenever you're doing pre-orders, Just off the top of my head. But I agree with you because I've said I was one of those people who was pushing for that back in the day too. I'm like, they need to start doing pre-orders. Let's see. Long Beach says, most of the resale stores were selling fakes. The Trophy Room Air Jordan 1 exposed that. Oh, of course. Most definitely. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly anyway, right? Like, especially if they got them a little too early. And then we seen a lot of people getting caught with reviewing fake sneakers. I seen a lot of those channels come and go too, you know. Let's see. And then Long Beach says PPP loans and EDD. Yep. Those PPP loans got a lot of people locked up and or they had to pay back a lot of money. And I ain't just talking regular smokes. I'm talking celebrities. They all got caught up on that joint too. You know what I'm saying? So, and I ain't gonna say nobody's name or anything like that, but yeah, definitely was interesting times. Let me hit the rest of this article real quick. It says Hill acknowledged that this strong focus on Nike's digital sales over the last few years has led the brand to compete with its own retail partners for a consumer demand. It says some partners and channels feel we've turned our back on them and we've stopped engaging consistently, Hill said, adding that has met that many of those key retailers direct in recent weeks. He called executives by name from Dick's Sporting Goods, pause. We have Foot Locker, we got JD Sports, we got Sports Direct, and more chains, many of whom have offered positive commentary about Nike's turnaround in recent weeks. Meaning, yeah, we tired of we definitely want to get back in business because I think we had it where I want to say last live or live before that at one point, and I'm not sure if this is the same thing for Foot Locker. 60% of their sales was from Nike/Jordan brand. You know, now people like Dick's Sporting Goods, that wasn't their main numbers, so you got to keep in mind with that. You know what I'm saying? It says there's all encouraged by our commitment to delivering new, innovative product, telling emotional and inspiring stories, and elevating Nike Direct. Hill said, "We know our sales team will have to earn every open to buy dollar, but we're investing to make sure our partners feel supported. We've given them access to our best products and the breadth and depth they need." He says, educate their teams on the latest Nike innovation and provide them with the marketing support both in store and out of home. So can Nike then bounce back? Because like I said, no matter how you slice it and dice it, Nike's them still the top dog. So if the top dog is feeling it at the top, everything underneath it, even if your company's coming up, you're still gonna feel it at some point. You know, that's just where I feel at it, right? This is a quote from Hill. It says, "We will win when our partners win." Hill added, "This is a fact." I mean, they should have saw that to begin with, but I could think back why Nike also probably kind of pulled a plug or shut things down on those guys just a little bit, the previous CEO. Because one of the things that we can also say, right, let's just keep it 100. This is all alleged and opinionated based. I'm not going to say which particular store, but let's just say some stores, let's just say we've seen plenty of backdooring. We've seen that code behind the scenes a lot to the point it got exposed to the public. So backdooring was a lot of these stores were doing. I'm not going to say which one or who, but just think about it. So we have the backdooring issue. You know what I'm saying? So Nike had to handle that as well. The botting, where you said they didn't care about it, but I mean, it still is like, well, make more product and cut this off too, because it's making people also want to sell our product for 10 times as much. And then think about it. Nike also raised the cost of their products, which I wasn't a fan of that one, but I can understand where they're like, if you guys are willing to pay $300-$400 for it on the resale market and more, then us raising it another $20-$40, you guys shouldn't be mad. But I'm not happy about it. I'll just leave it at that. But you got to keep in mind that some of the things too. So the backdooring was an issue. A lot of factors was going on too, because the backdooring was one of those. Even we've seen even the trophy room situation, right? Allegedly, where a lot of those were, let's just say, it made it to our hands, but most people I know paid resale for at least that Jordan 1 trophy room joint. Don't quote me on that one though, because who knows? I wasn't there. But I've seen stuff floating around on the internet, and I'm going to leave it right there. Let's see. SB says, the boss didn't take any stock from the retail stores. Nike kept the supplies away from the big boxes stores. Nike didn't sell that many and limited the sales to big box stores directly. Let's see. SB says, they tried to cut out the middleman. Yeah, they definitely tried to cut out the middleman, but at the same time, they didn't have all those stores as the middleman had, though. You know, they would have to build more stores, which they were doing from what I thought. But my thing is this, building that stuff wasn't cheap, and not saying they can't afford it, but it was kind of one of those, probably somebody like, hey, it probably is easier if we just go back to letting them sell it and get it wholesale. You know what I'm saying? I would assume, but I don't know. SB says, what blew up the back door? This is true, man. There was a lot of backdooring going on. Still a lot of backdooring going on because there's some people that sell shoes on the resale market on a website. And I'm very curious. Like me, if I'm going to buy a shoe for resale, I'm always curious where it comes from. So I'm always curious when I buy from. That's why I prefer eBay. And I'm not trying to overly sell them. But that's why I go there because you can almost interact with you should be able to interact with the seller. Now, they don't always respond, but that's what I do. You know, that's what I prefer. Long Beach says that trophy room situation was atrocious. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad, man. Where we at real quick? Manny with the kicks in the building. What up, Manny? Says Europe. Y'all smash that like button for me as y'all come in and out, man. It really means a lot. As we said, StockX and GOAT was the problem. Well, we can say this. I've seen it where a lot of people were saying that GOAT was getting a lot of their stuff directly from some retail stores too, right? Don't quote me. I'm not gonna say which ones. You kind of have to do your fact checking on that one. But that was a thing that was floating around too. Don't quote me on that. But then also, So what sting StockX was that lawsuit with Nike, and StockX to me was them getting a little bit greedy, in my opinion, because all they had to do was take that damn original lawsuit down, or take that original, like what, when they were doing the NFT. Remember when that became a thing and everybody was like, we're gonna have a digital shoe, this and the third, which I never really got into that. But when Nike told you to take it down and you didn't, and it's like, all right, cool, well, we'll take it to court. Boom, and you know what? While we're at it, we're gonna add this too, put the fake on there and hurt your business. So you can't say nothing about the original selling fakes because it's like you got it directly from the source. But anybody on the aftermarket, that's always going to be like a good little loophole for Nike, if you ask me. But I'm not going to say they were the major problems. But I mean, StockX, we still use for like just to see what is going on in the market. Because believe it or not, a lot of people still shop and sell on StockX. Legit stuff. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Now, I've only caught one shoe from StockX, but I don't go there all the time either. You know, I go there for just to see what the shoe is worth, or what it's like, get a good ballpark figure of what I'm going to do if I'm going to buy a shoe on the resale market. Long Beach says Foot Locker invested $100 million in GOAT. They're in bed with them somehow. That's alleged. You know, I'm going to say allegedly, but I've heard that as well. I don't know how true that is. They don't really speak on it. I've heard it's been a silent investor. Who knows? But I mean, they got to get the stock from somewhere. So, and they're not going to tell you, if you ask me. SB says, now people could sell without selling the people in person. It was all digital, no skills needed. True, but I just don't like having and I heard that even if you got a digital copy, if you wanted a physical copy, you could eventually get one over time or something like that. But I just couldn't get jiggy with it because I would like to wear my sneakers too, man. A lot of this, some of it took the kind of fun out of collecting and rocking sneakers, being a sneakerhead. Manny says, say no to Scam X. Divine Photos in the building says, good evening. What up, Sneaker Familia? La Familia. What up? What up? What up? What up? Y'all smash that like button as y'all come in and out, dog. Long Beach says, it's not alleged. Forbes reported it and other news outlets reported that. I'm going to say alleged, bro, because I don't know. I know what you're saying and it's out there, but at the same time, I'm just going to say it just for safety purposes because we wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Were they there is the question. I'm going to just leave it right there. It says, in line with this goal, Nike recently rehired the elevated Tom Petty to the role of Vice President and General Manager of North America to oversee wholesale. In addition to fixing wholesale, Hill's turnaround strategy hinges on a renewed obsession with the sport, which includes a focus on product innovation, demand creation, and less centralization of the teams. While he noted some changes might impact financial results in the short term, Hill said he is making decisions that are best for the health of the brand and business. So he trying to bring back the difference in Nike for sure. It says in the second quarter, Nike reported the top and bottom line results that beat the expectation of analysts. Shares of Nikes were up more than 10% in the initial moments and after hours trading on Thursday. So pretty much they're going back on the up and up. Look like Manny said, salutes to Divine. So again, Nike them are trying to get everything back on track, and I feel like so far so good. Elliott Hill is making the right moves. So it says the Nike stock jumps up better than expected results under Elliott Hill's turnaround plan. Shares of where Nike were more than 10% in the initial moments and after hours trading on Thursday, which is kind of what we just kind of ended up off of, and I wanted to go right straight into this one. And then last part of the live, we're going to talk this officer rocking those off-white fives, man. So y'all smash that like button as y'all come in and out. It says Nike stock got a welcome lift on Thursday after it reported earnings results led by its new chief executive officer, Elliott Hill. The sportswear giant reported top and bottom line results for the quarter that beat the expectation of analysts. Hill, who replaced John Donahoe as the CEO in October, said in a statement that his top priority is to return the sport to the center of everything that we do. Says we're taking immediate action to reposition our business so we can get back to driving long-term shareholder value. Hill said our team is ready to go, and I'm confident you will see more moments of Nike being Nike again. I mean, that's kind of what we've all been asking for and been wanting for in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? We just want to cop our sneakers and chill out. You know what I'm saying? Some people want to, and I do get the questions from people like, hey, what's this on worth on the aftermarket? Like, some of this you got to do a little bit of research on your own, is how I look at it. You know, there's no right or wrong answers. It says shares of Nike were up more than 10% in the initial moments in an after hours trading on Thursday. It says for the second quarter, Nike reported that the revenues were down 8% to $12.4 billion over the same quarter last year. It says ahead of the $12.11 billion expected by analysts surveyed by Yahoo Finance, Netcom was down 26% to $1.2 billion, and diluted earnings per share were 78 cents, which represented 24% decline. So at one point, Nike didn't take like a 24% decline. That was ahead of the 63 cents expected by the analysts. So Nike them kind of felt a little bump too. Again, if the top dog's feeling it, everything underneath them is feeling it too. No matter how you slice it and dice it, even if those sales were up for those companies, you got a long way to get up to where Nike them is. You know what I'm saying? Divine Photo says, funny how people are shocked shoes are sitting, but prior to COVID, these same hype shoes were sitting in stores. True. Some of them were, some of them wasn't. It just depends. But I feel like whenever 2020 hit, we had more free times on our hands. Because think about it. When they hit and they told us it was saying we didn't know what to do. Like they said, hey, just stay home. Don't come out unless you absolutely positively have to. Just get your food and you can get an hour exercise. It kind of like felt like we was locked down, like doing time for real. And then that kind of helped me kind of focus on the YouTube channel. Like a lot of people turned to be resellers. I just started putting more content out. You know what I mean? So everybody had their things that they was doing during COVID. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Devon says, during the pandemic, people were buying shoes left and right because they thought it was the end of the world. Possibly, right? Because people didn't know. And let's just keep it 100. A lot of people we've lost during those times too. So everybody was like, I'm going to live life now because I don't know what to expect. I feel like that was a factor that could have been into that. You know what I mean? But, here we are. I knew we would get through it. So, even we all probably lost, I'll speak for myself. I lost some people close to me during those times too, man. So it was a tough time for sure. But, yeah. And then my job, and I'll just kind of be off mode here, we're still kind of recovering from it because we're still trying to get things back on track to where they once were. So we got a long way to go as well. But we'll see how that goes. Devon says, Nike has to go back to its roots, promote other Nike brand shoes besides relying heavily on just Jordans. This is true. I think they need something other than the Travis because we're getting used to the Travises. Yes, we're still pulling up the cop, but we ain't going crazy on the resale market like we once was. And they do go up over time, but I mean, like, we don't really just jump out there. Let's see. Long Beach says, my condolences. Appreciate that, homie. Appreciate that. Yeah, definitely never forgotten. So, yeah, definitely was a tough time. But appreciate that, homie. But I'm gonna say, yeah, Nike them needs to go back to the roots, but also we need better promotion, better storytelling, and make your product, I guess you can say, where it really wants to seem like it's meant for us. And I think to keep it 100, they need another major collab over there. Travis and Jordan is kind of carrying it, Nike them on their back, but we're getting used to that. Yachty, no disrespect, while his product did do what it do, ain't nobody. I'm not checking for the Yachties, and I know you got them, Divine. And there's nothing wrong with that. But even you said that's going to be like a good beater for you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we need another good, decent collab over there. I feel like something like on a level of that can take off like an Off-White and a Travis. Because I feel like those are the two big bangers over there right now. And Off-White is kind of, you know, I hate to say it, I don't think we're going to see too much Off-White. Don't quote me on that, but I don't think we're going to see Off-White. And if we do, it's probably going to be a while. RIP to Virgil. I'll leave it right there. Long Beach Show just says the financial issues are impacting sales too. Inflation is cooking people. Bro, I'll tell you who's cooking. Me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm be 100. Yes, I'm still copping my sneakers, but I do notice a difference of how I have to move. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, you're not. Normally, I would have this left over and that left over, but you're getting nickel and dime left and right. And I think when me and Dunks was talking low key, one of the biggest things that I've noticed, like, I still buy the same stuff that I normally buy, but I noticed this time, instead of it being, you know, one price, now I'm walking out spending an extra 20 spot, you know, an extra 20, 30 spot almost, you know what I mean? Because of how much everything got jumped up a little bit. And I'm talking from your basics, from something as simple as toothpaste to like your food, all that, you know? Some stuff that I consider necessities, you know what I'm saying? Definitely, I feel like you need to brush your teeth, you gotta eat, you know what I mean? Like, it come with the game. And keep in mind the shoes went up. So yeah, we definitely felt that. Divine Photo says, I see Nike trying to promote the Spiriduns, but the issue is the new school cats aren't gonna care for that. This is true. They don't know. They didn't even really care for the stashes like that. They didn't really care for the stashes like that. Like me, I love the stashes. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't care for the Air Max stashes. So I mean, I know you're not surprised. Long Beach says, laugh my ass off. It's cooking everyone. Most definitely, dog. Most definitely. All you can do is pay your bills, and then if you got a little something for yourself, enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? Or put something back for a rainy day, however you want to do it. I'm no financial advisor, so I can't tell nobody how to spend their stuff, their money, right? Long Beach says, you're now paying 2 to 3 times more for stuff, and it's could get higher come soon. Oh boy, yeah, I've heard that. So next year is definitely going to be interesting, especially once we get a new person in office. Not talking politics, but y'all know what I mean. Things probably will change a little bit. We shall see. It says a knife. I said knife. Nike's chief financial officer Matthew Friend said in a statement that Nike's quarter results largely met expectations as the company continued to realign demand for its key products. Nike recently implemented a promotional strategy to manage higher levels of inventory that have accumulated as a result of slower than expected retail sales. Nike has also reduced the presence of its popular franchises such as the Air Force One, Air Jordan 1, and the Dunk to reset the demand. So pretty much they're going to bring this back. But my thing is this, we can still use a break from the Jordan 1s, which I think I read that. It says, under Elliott's leadership, we are accelerating our pace and reigniting brand's momentum through sports, Friend said. It says, by brand, Nike brand revenues were down 7% to 12 billion in quarter two, driven by declines across the geographics. It says Converse brand sales declined 17% to 429 million. By channel, Nike direct revenues were down 13% to 5 billion. Wholesale was down 3% to 6.9 billion. Inventories were flat compared to the prior year. Given the CEO shift, Nike withdrew its guidance for the year last quarter and said that we will provide quarterly guidance through 2025. Hill's turnaround hinges on several key elements, including rejuvenating innovation pipeline and improved company culture, and perhaps most notably a new wholesale strategy. After exiting several retail partners in 2021, Nike has stated it's leaning back into those relationships and recently elevated Tom Petty to the role of Vice President, General Manager of North America to oversee the business unit. So Nike them's going to get back in with Foot Locker them, because obviously they see what that hurt them just as much as it hurt Foot Locker and them. And keep in mind, Foot Locker and them closed stores and they revamped stores. They changed and stuff. But I feel like they got to deal like, hey, you guys going to fall in line now. And hey, I'm pretty sure Nike don't really care what they do. But if it gets brought to the public, then it's a problem. Like if you see that it's backdoor and we can tell it's one of your stores, it's a franchise. So even if it's just this one store, y'all need to figure out who it is and get them, handle business. You know what I mean? So it's going to be very interesting how we see how that goes. So pretty much last little 15 minutes here, man, we're going to be talking the Luigi Off-White situation here, where obviously this is the guy who, allegedly took out the CEO person of the healthcare place. So we're going to talk about this because one of the officers you can see on the screen here, he's rocking the Off-White 5s, which wasn't one of my favorite shoes, but at the same time, I don't see what the big deal is. But I mean, if you look at his counter co-workers here, yeah, he definitely dresses completely different. I'm wondering if he's more of an undercover cop versus compared to the rest of them, because you got to fit the part. You know what I'm saying? You got to dress the part. Now, one of the things when I used to work at one store, we called it loss prevention, where the people would wear regular clothes to work like they shop there and catch people stealing. You know what I mean? So this is kind of the same concept. You know what I mean? Where we at? Kwame in the building says, I really don't want to pay more for Nike/Jordans. They taxed enough. Agreed. I agree as well. I really don't want to pay no more than I feel like we pay too much already. That's the problem with the resale market, why it's so tough, because I don't really want to buy the shoe on the resale sometimes. But if I really like the shoe, I will go ahead and bite the bullet sometimes. But I don't want to see the original price go up either, I'm with you on that one, Kwame. Devon says, the only shoe I'm looking forward to is the black metallics. Okay, cool. And then let's see. I mean, I like it, but we'll see. I know it's going to have that 3M on the shoe, too. Kwame says, seems a odd choice for a work shoe for a cop, but good taste, though. Yeah, kind of suspect. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt that maybe that's, like, if you look at the way the rest of them are dressed, like, they're in bulletproof, but this guy's in, like, a two-piece suit. He's just missing the jacket. This guy's in full-on what you would anticipate a cop to wear back here. These other guys, kind of dressy a little bit. But him, he's like the street guy, corners you don't want to get caught. But, I mean, if he has all this police gear on, you still can tell it's him. I mean, the jacket clearly, if you zip it up, I'm assuming it's going to say police. The hat is NYPD, which is what, New York Police Department. Honestly, it makes me think of an episode of Law and Order, Special Investigations Unit, right? I believe SVD is what it's called. Don't ask me why I watch it, but I've watched it several times. Where we at? Devon says, with tariffs possibly going up, Jordan 11s are going to be $250. They're already $230, dog. $250, that's too much. But if it's the right Jordan 11, we still probably would show up. Let's just keep it real. Devon says, all these GR Jordans going to be 200 plus with inflation and all. If y'all thought I was selected before, wait till next year if all this is true. So let me hit this right here. It says the man knew what he was doing. He was looking for the photo op. You think he did this on purpose? You think he wore these 5s on purpose, Devon? You think he knew he was going to get the photo shot, or was just another day at work for him? I don't know, but I can see why you would think that. So it says it goes viral for sneakers at Luigi Malone's prep walk. Says, let's see, the cop is spotted wearing off-white Jordan 5s at Mangione prep walk And this is the guy that says all eyes were on Luigi yesterday as he was transported from Pennsylvania to New York City via helicopter after being accused of, you know what, United Healthcare CEO. I'm not going to say that for YouTube purposes. Brian Thompson earlier this month. So that was kind of a shock for everybody. Very curious if this is even true, because from what the lawyer's saying, it wasn't him, but we shall see, because I think they caught homie at a McDonald's. Kwame says, they already got me thinking twice on the 200 plus MSRP. If it goes higher, I'm going to be real selective. I think we all are. If it goes up, they'll see how we react as a consumer. You know what I'm saying? As a customer. Kwame says, dude probably knew he was going to get filmed and decided to flex. I mean, still, is Off-White 5 a flex? Maybe. But still, only thing I like about that shoe is like you can cut it open, you know, and most people won't even do that. But yeah, I've seen the people rock. I don't know, they're okay, but maybe that was his intentions. Who knows? It says in the photo of the Mangione highly publicized prep walk on Thursday, he is flanked by more than a dozen NYPD officers. One officer in particular caught an attention of the internet because of the coveted Off-White Air Jordan 5 sneakers on his feet. Complex employee Brandon Dunn noted that the shoes is a widely shared post on X that kickstarted the online conversation around sneakers, which are tied tight and have red laces swapped in. So they are tied extremely tight too. Like, come on, dog. That's another thing. I don't know. Y'all know me. All my shoes, I rock loosey-goosey. Even my gym sneakers, I still be having on loosey-goosey. It says, designed by the late Off-White founder Virgil Abloh. RIP to Virgil, man. This collaborative version of the Jordan 5 was released in February of 2020, coinciding with the NBA All-Star Weekend in Chicago. The Off-White Jordan 5 collab currently resells for over $700 on the secondary marketplace, including StockX. So looks like that. I'm going to see this for sure. I'm not saying I don't believe it, but I'm going to pull it up real quick because I think this is a direct link to it. Yeah, he said for $700. So it depends on the size. So literally all I did was open this in a new tab. And I'm guessing we're going to go by size here. So the lowest price on this shoe is $298, which that's a size 3.5. But I don't know. Me, I'm a size 10. Yeah, you need $866 to buy this shoe. Yeah. If I wanted to buy it in my size, that's what it would be. The average person could be a 9.5. That's going for $698, $684. So pretty much, yeah. I would say on average, if it's all said and done, yeah, you need a strong $700 to damn near walk out the door with it. So I will let StockX them. I will let Complex them have that. Not that I didn't believe them, but I just wanted to check it real quick. Says Luigi is currently facing numerous charges, including the second degree M-word of Thompson, of charges including carrying a gun without a license, forgery, providing false identification to law enforcement, and possessing an instrument of crime, as well as first degree you-know-what in furtherance of the act of terrorism. Mangione is being held in the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn as he awaits the trial. And so this is what the NYPD officer escorting Luigi really looked at himself in the mirror this morning. He says, like, I gotta do it to him. I don't know. They're okay, but is he really that drip of a guy? Because, I mean, we could tell that that's those, but, I mean, they're laced extremely tight too, bro. But you can tell he's an older guy. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if that's what he wants to wear to work, it is what it is. Did he try to flex and do this on purpose? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to sound like come across like a hater, but, I mean, if you look at the rest of his counterparts, and I believe that's Mayor Eric Adams in the background of this one, you know what I'm saying? You see his dress shoes. You see everybody else's dress shoes. Yeah, he's dressed a little bit different, but if you look, he's the only person in jeans. I feel like that's part of his, like, get up. You know, I believe, like, that's part of his uniform. You know what I'm saying? Because look at how everybody else is kind of dressed like somewhat business professional, and he's not. He's got a hoodie on. Even the guy over to the, like, what? his right, to the right of him, pretty much probably your left, but to the right of him, pretty much he has like a little zip up sweater on and some, dress shoes too. So yeah, this guy may be the undercover guy. You know what I mean? A part of the operation to catch him. Because you don't want to stand out. You don't want to look too much like a cop, because people are going to run away. You got to think about that. Ron says Mayor Adams be wanting the clout and attention to. Hell yeah, he does. I mean, I ain't want to say that because I know that's y'all mayor, dog, but he know what he be doing, man. He got his own legal issues that he got to face as well. I'm not gonna go into detail, but yeah, for him to be out there, but I see that he's trying to be active, and he hasn't been found guilty of anything just yet, so he's innocent till proven guilty. Y'all know me, I'm a big fan of that. So we shall see, man. I think that maybe he did know what he was doing, but I don't think he knew. I don't think he think this was gonna go that viral, though. You know what I mean? But I don't know. So we shall see. They had him handcuffed here, but I guess it got him pretty. I'm surprised they didn't have like shackles on his feet. So he's walking, but I'm surprised he didn't have to have like shackles on his feet. So very curious about this story as well. But let's go ahead and talk upcoming releases and get on up out of this thing. And we'll wrap this up for like the last, 5 minutes of the live. This was definitely a good one. Off-Whites, we kind of already covered that. That really was going towards this. Jalen Hurts, I believe he was hit with a fine wearing mismatched cleats, but I'm going to cover that some other time as well. Rumors is we're supposed to be getting the Galaxy phone posits, right, next year. And I'm talking next year now because think about it, next year is literally less than a month away. Hope you guys got your New Year's resolutions and how y'all want to do things, man. So I'm very curious how it's going to go. Devon says, you good, man. People I know are tired of Adams. I kind of figured, but I don't like to speak because I'm not there. And we got our own problems with our own shit. You know what I'm saying? In our area too. But if these Galaxy phones come back in 2025, these will be a must cop. I really, really wanted these guys. And every model, or let me rephrase it, every one that I've seen in my size on the resale market, it just wasn't worth it. They wanted up there, crazy price, and the shoe was missing shit or falling apart. And I know it's going to be uncomfortable. It's just, you might as well, shoes like this, you just kind of got to wait. But this is a great start for Nike them to be bringing something like this back. I'm excited for this one. And I don't know if you guys can tell, even if you just look at the picture I posted earlier, I've been in my phone bag heavy lately. I don't know what's been going on. Them joints have just been hitting for me. You know what I'm saying? The copper phone joints, they hit. And these will be no difference. I'll probably rock these. I'll rock these joints more than once out the week. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we got coming up probably in 2025. We got a Soulfly Jordan 3 collab that's supposed to be releasing in 2025, but we don't really have any full images. Looks like they got it blacked out. And then the only other thing I think we got coming up on Monday is the Wizard of Oz's. And I think that's going to be it. I'm very curious how it's going to go. I wish I would have did a survey for the Travises earlier, but it is what it is. We're good. You know what I'm saying? We know that was going to be a tough cop. Salutes to the people that did catch a W on those. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's pretty much it. We're coming right up on a good hour mark on this. Let me put myself on a main screen, and we're going to wrap things up here for the night. Y'all definitely smash that like button, man. It really means a lot for the kid. But let me put myself on the main screen. Boom. Here we go right here. Coming up right on the hour mark, 2 minutes into the joint before we hit the hour mark, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through. If y'all don't got anything else for me, I will probably be in and out of the Sold Out Discord for the rest of the night. The kid is about to probably just relax and just kick back. Let's see, Devon says those Wizard of Oz's are dropping in price. I saw that. I saw that. But we'll see how they do on Monday. I know Manny with the kicks did catch those. So we'll see how those go. I don't know if I'm going to check for them or not. Just depends how I feel. Right now, I'm not really super excited about them, as you can tell. You know, and I'll just leave it at that. But let's wrap this joint up. We've been on this joint right at the hour mark, man. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love. Appreciate y'all for being very active in the chat. That really, really helps. It means a lot to the kid. It makes the live goes a whole lot smoother. Knowing that I feel like I have somebody that I'm actually talking to people, right? Versus just me having myself on the camera. So Other than that, sign up for that sold out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the chat, and it's free to sign up. Where, of course, we continue the sneaker talk. We got a food section, a sports section, a music section, you name it, man. So pretty much, if I don't respond to you guys in the comments fast enough on my videos, you can probably find me responding a little bit faster over there. You can also find that if I don't put a video out on time or if I miss something, most likely it's probably being chatted about in the Discord. But other than that, man, I will be back live again on Monday with another Music Monday. But until then, y'all smash the like button, sub up to the channel. And if you're new, if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional try on hauls, and like I said, I'll see you guys again on Music Monday. And yeah, man, this was a good one. Smash that like button on your way out, and yeah, I'm officially out this thing, man. Peace.
December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. December. Told me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to these guppies and rebel now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high. I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Told me to leave her alone. Got